Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. In the last part, we did our first dungeon of Dawntrail, a name I can't even fucking pronounce, so we did that, that was fun. And with that, after we get to that, we finally reached the higher zone of the forest map. So I went ahead, off video, filled in the entire rest of the map. I got all of the remaining ether currents that I can get from exploration. So all that's left are the ether currents from quests. So once I get those, we'll be set to fly. Yeah. But exciting stuff. I went ahead and did all the side quests that were around, watching Pelon, what are the places called? So I did all the side quests there. I got all the air currents around there that I can get currently. And, yeah. Now we just need to continue on with the story. Madam! Or, sir! Excuse me, I called you madam. The Moblins settlement of Earthenshire is not too far from here. But be warned, the road will be taken as a favorite hunting ground for bandits. But the stair is currently impassable. There will be fewer travelers, which mean the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although, considering our present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Bandits on the road? What have Zoral's Jean the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order in the area. And off she goes again. For now, we'll need to head west and aim for the bank of the second river. Alright, mans. Okay, mans. Ooh. Let's see. I explored this area a little bit. I didn't really see much, but it is a nice little area. Got a nice big old lake over there that you can dive into the water. That's kind of cool. I didn't really explore around here much. Now there's those bandits he was talking about. Got, all that. They're trying to raid that treasure chest. Ugh. What's going on over here? Having problems over here? Well, where are the bandits? We just passed a whole bunch. Apparently they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little further ahead on the opposite bank of the God, these fucking names. Quebec Zoma. But let's remain vigilant all the same. God, these fucking names. Alright. I can teleport there, but since you haven't actually seen this area yet, I won't. It's a nice little area though. I kind of like it. Kind of reminds me of Gridania a little bit. Not too much. Well, not Gridania. I should say it reminds me of Sarota Baruta from Final Fantasy XI. This is what this area kind of reminds me of. Alright. We're trying to get up to the mountain. Hopefully this will lead us to where we need to get to. Turn off that image. This is it. The village of the Lay of Pots from the 2B saga is. Shit. Earthenshire. Idleshire. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? The settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom-built to resemble Pots, while the other is a repurposed town. Hello, Mr. Moblin. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her retinue? Oh, you're elderly. That was the wrong voice to use. That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's elector, if you happen to know who that is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Ridderock is the elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to the point. Alright, straight defeat. As much as Red Rock would like to do just that, we have much more pressing worry. The storm which had our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many hellpans from the Potsworn were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that. After hearing and learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potsworn? Goldsmiths contracted the work for the Moblins. The word comes to the pot-like workshops where they practice the craft. The Moblins preside that these Potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Tyrol. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. This is the best they can offer. I should have never left watch Meki. You see, the Pots won't desert us. Without enough healthy hellpans, we are failing to employ our side of the Potpact. Should all our pots won't leave, the earth and shard will grind to a halt. We have to do something, and do it soon. So let us stand for the injured helpers. It would give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village, and if it makes us closer to beginning the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. I could use a nap. Nah. Will help. You can't just sit around. I was hoping you'd say that. Wasn't sure if I could do this on my own. Well, help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. We'll take every help hand you can get. Ridderock truth swears that once the Potsworn have their perfect workshops again, we'll commence the feat with all haste. You and the third promise can assist Hellpan Rockarock. What a name. You other four follow Ridderock. There are other Hellpans in need of hand lending. Oh boy. I really appreciate you pitching in. What else can we do? I meant when I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength. No more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how you practice who you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. We're just here for the journey. Well, let's find this Rock fellow and see what we can do for him. Just here for the journey. Let me tell you, that place where just two mini fires. Every time I look at that name, I keep wanting to say mini fries, and it makes me laugh every time. I've had to stop myself calling it mini fries many times already. Rock can't meet his obligations without more hellpans. The pot pack is broken. The pots are emptying. Hello, man. Or madam. I can't tell if you're a man or a madam. You come to aid Rock? Rock accepts your hand lending with joyous, feel smiles. We can offer the Potsworn their promised good living. We might save the day yet. Whatever you need. Works for me. What Rock needs now is for new hellpans to create good living with a Potsworn Kai. The hellpan assigned to Kai was hurt during the Rock reign, so Rock took over. But he knows nothing of Kai. What does Kai want? What does Kai need? Hellpans do not bother the Potsworn with straight ass. Our job is to observe and anticipate, and to prepare things with good guess think. Please, guess think with Rock. Find out what Kai is lacking so it can provide it. Oh, jeez. The lingo for the goblins is kind of funky. This is where Kai works, is it? Let's take a peek inside then. big ass door. He's hot. That's not Mr. Kai. It'll be a little quicker if you talk to him, but that's not the way we do things around here, apparently. We'll have to learn to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. He's high. He probably wants some AC. There is no electricity in this place. How does he get air conditioning? Must be boiling staying so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How can anyone work in this stifling heat? Trust me, I could never. Well, there was no shortage of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing. He hasn't eaten. Eaten? He hasn't eaten. He's barely touched his meal. This dish is meant to be eaten hot, or else it loses its savor. What the fuck is that supposed to be? An omelet? These two are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones? Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea what things Kai might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rock. Hello, Mr. Moblin. You made out your observations? What did you guys think? First off, I noticed Kai hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking? But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he eat it? But Arkrok is not sure of nothing when it comes to Kai's taste. I can help with that. My brother Kono is also Hetsaro, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some that they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kai probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down. By the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Rock never thought of that. With a third of the promised mind, explain these things to our cook. Not at all. I don't think that was the only reason Kahi couldn't concentrate. The Hetsara homeland was hot and dry, but even Kahi seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any other way you can cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a Dripice shard. They make a lovely breeze. The fuck is a Dripice shard? You talk about a wind crystal? Do you know where we can get one of those? I have plenty of wind crystals, if that's what you're referring to. You can gather them at Shoals of No Return. There are many old boats that are abandoned by those who gave up their search for the Golden City. So we salvage them for the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Cecila? What about the tools? We could use some new tools. One more thing. From what I can tell, Kai's files and saws and things are very worn down. Maybe we need to set up tools in order. Rock was too preoccupied with stocking materials. A serious oversight which he will rectify. Also, Casey, you are a guy. Supplying good tools and good living is a help hand responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The shoulder number turn our past the Krogs. Through a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Alright. Krogs. The Krog. Alright, where am I going? Oh. That's not where I'm going. That's a dead end. No, it's not. I lied. I didn't go far enough. I'm looking for a tunnel. I see no fucking tunnel at all. This is a terrible vantage point. You're Cecil, aren't you? What brings you out here? The issue with caring for the Potsworn. When they approached me with that same problem, I suggested they commission artisans from Charlotte instead. The quality of craftsmanship could be guaranteed after all. However, the Moblins do not care for the idea. Surely it'd be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I can understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and our task instead of tending to the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Ryanjar, in fact. Settlements in Koza, too, have been eyesight by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawntrail, my first action will be to establish reliable trade routes to the city, the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlene technology. My apologies. How much to consider. If you'll excuse us. At least this guy seems like a decent human being, unlike fucking Zoral and fucking Twinhead. At least we got one decent contender. I still see no fucking tunnel. This is a terrible vantage point. How do you see that? I must have fucking eagle eyes. Alright. We're going to the lake. I'm actually really liking this area, honestly. I mentioned it before, but I've always liked like forest-type maps. There's just something about them that I really like. That's not a wind crystal. That's a fire crystal. That's a water crystal. That's a wind crystal. Search for a drafty shard. You know, if you want crystals, I have a fuck ton of crystals. I mean, I could have just given you my thousands among thousands of wind crystals. I didn't have to come search for one. Alright. Hey man, I got your one specific crystal that I have thousands of already. Yes, thank you for finding a drafty shard. Rock added to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most disturbing Hitsaro, and it's on its way even as we speak. Let's go in and see what he thinks of our efforts. Alright. Looks like a new man. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a Potpact. I'm grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a potsworn. Goldsmithing is tough work. Ooh, that's a fancy little plate right there. Or bowl. An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volok Shunsa. The craftsmanship satisfies the Earthen Shard's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster! Such brilliance! Truly a gift fit for the Dawn Servant. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. Forgive my interruption. Lamatia. I am told that the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thanks for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Koza's natural beauty and sought to capture in my work. I wonder why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even the Charlayan goldsmiths could not easily replicate with such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Julie, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hitsaru, more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tyrell's various peoples was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hitsaru? I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Oh boy. Sounds like he had a hard life already. Alright. Rock is very, very grateful to you. I thank you both for your hard work and clever guest think. When it comes to help handing, knowing the potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's the last time I've had drummed in me several times already on this journey. Well serves. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I'll head over after finding Thancred and Ryanzer. I also ran into the Lavalier twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. Nice, this guy is decent. He helps us out a little bit. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting. But even now, he's conscious to a fault. That's probably not how you say that word. Anyway, let's not keep Rhetoric waiting. Alright. We're out of here. What are we doing in here now? Rhetoric, thanks for assisting you help Pan Rakarok. We shall announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the potsworn to stay. How did you fare? We helped someone out. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Uh-oh. Oh, this guy. This man. Welcome to Earthshire. For his promise, we support your plans to solve crossings and the new potsworn that will bring. Hey, all the bodies of the Earthshire he cleared made piles of rock falls as if they were pedal stones. The resilient sun for the Dawn Servant. The Earthshire was clearing fallen rocks? I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Well, we'll meet again. This bitch. This is the time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Claimants, your attention, please. I noticed that spearman of his is still with him. I figured he would have fucking learned his lesson. As Rock has explained, many of our potsworn left us during the pollen of the storm. The precious metalwork and crafted by those artisans bring in such jingly shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthshire will suffer. Truly, merchants will suffer. So Rhetoric sets you this feat each year to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we're to recruit new potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. I was finding workers for you to demonstrate their worthiness for the throne. You're free to refuse Red Rock's request. She'll be happy to inform the Dawntrail of Zeral's disqualification. The ride is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Red Rock declares the feat of Pot's begun! But remember, a Potpact must be agreed to willingly. No grab-snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Something tells me that's how the big twin-headed man's gonna get his. The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do. Uh-oh. Fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let's lay our plans. This guy doesn't even want to put in the fucking work. He wants to mooch up other success. Well, at least that nasty brew is up to something. He may seek to delay us again as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Wook? Have any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tuli to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Oh, I see where this is going. Meanwhile, Conan probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand. That's just a statement of fact. I see where this is going. I suppose we could try asking around Wachu Meki? That seems like a logical place to start. Back to Tuli it is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? Huh. No, I can't do it! I can't stomach another boat ride! You said I should share my burden, so I will speak plainly. The truth is, I get really, really sick on boats. Yeah, we know that already. Look, this is hardly news. But it was brave of you to admit it. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Any downward will be much smoother. But then you have to come back. It will? Are you sure? I'm positive. Mostly. But who's gonna tell they have to come back up the river? Going down might be simple, but you have to come back up. In any moment, upriver or downriver, I'm not gonna try to say that word. It's too rough for me. The knowledge is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd rather still not sit floating a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Ropley can help us recruit a pot somewhere. I see where this is going. I know who we're going to recruit. And you should too. We've seen a certain artisan recently. Though he helped find his groove. I see exactly where this is going. Alright. It'd be fast if I just teleport over there. Alright. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to Wachu Meki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. I actually have a favor to ask. Ropley. I keep saying Ropley. It's Ropley. I think it's Ropley anyway. It could be Ropley. Fuck if I know. So what do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Fill to my artisans for the Moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the third promise making the request, I'm going to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know of a master at goldsmith that would have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? The Eorzan goldsmith. What about him? You mean Fawn? Fawn Jean Tain? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the salt. Considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a Potpact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the pots were in a trio, he may even jump at the chance. By the way, you won't find Fawn Jean Tain at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day. Probably enjoying a meal over at Thai. Then maybe we should go talk to him. It's just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. The two of us can handle this. Take a rest of the cabins if you like. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. Alright. Probably enjoying some freshly made tacos, which you still have not had, by the way. Our tacos still remain crushed underneath a twin-headed asshole's feet. Alright. I need to go there. I keep forgetting there's a fucking ceiling to this place. Hey, man. Oh, Cecil, you're here too. I thought I promised that you wanted to chat. They just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? Yes. Nice chat on the beach. Last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. That's wonderful. So, what does he wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potsworn. I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when a new artisan signs a contract to work for the Moblins, isn't it? But you're not a Moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the right of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthenshire. So that is the way of it. We barely met, and not to push you to work at Watcher Meki, I'm now demanding you to throw that away and sign a Potpact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, third promise. The other day I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I am now an official subject of Thule. I've sent to endeavor to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End with Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos he was slain. War took him from me in an instant. The man I loved and admired. I never wished to suffer such a loss again. And so as much as I am indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving too that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by sending a Potpact, then I shall gladly do so. Fawn Jean Tain. Thank you. Fawns! The Fawns! I shall return to Master Ropely and inform him of my decision. Allow me. I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one who delivered the news. Alright. Hey, man. Perhaps you remember me, Brooke Evu, owner of Tai. I like the word if you don't mind. You're Wook's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too, if the gospel is to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need me right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you in my workshop then. Sure, man. You now can access the role quests. We got him. Sweet. All right. Role quests. The uncouth blah. What is this? Sure. I was wondering when you'd be along. Not a moment too soon either. I've got an urgent job that needs to be doing. There's no one else I'd ever trust it with. Of course, if you want to know the details, it's a long story, so why don't you grab a seat over there and I'll join you shortly. I know this isn't part of the main story, but I'm gonna have to do this eventually. And since this is still considered story, now that we're all settled, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Brooke Ebu, proprietor of Tai. As you know, my establishment is open to anyone. People that hail from across Tyrol, sometimes further, to come here to whet their appetite and slake their thirst. Given how we turn no one away, it's inevitable that a few bad apples might mix into my motley patrons, and therein lies the rub. Particularly a rotten bunch was here not long ago. Sitting over there, just over there in fact, and having a conversation most foul. Uh-oh. Thank you all for coming here so far from your respective homes. Mammoth! Ugh. Oh, this is the first time we'll gather in one place. Seems formal introductions are in order. I am. Welcome, welcome. What will you be having? Can we have a moment, please? We're in the middle of something very important. I bet that they're ordering food. No, then where was I? Oh yes, I am Apaye. Apaye. If you're sitting here now, it is because I have a person to invite you to the passages of the Unbound. My secret is a villainous order with ambitions to sow discord throughout the world. Villains don't often call themselves such. No, nor do secret orders have their meetings in places where all eyes can see. What do you know? Your snide remarks only ruin my carefully constructed atmosphere. If I had time to think of a suitable slogan, you would understand the words are everything. But I digress. I invited you all here for one reason: to throw the world into a mirror of chaos, and then watch the nations crumble. What else would we call ourselves if not villainous? My only interest is to punish all who dare to mock and belittle me. So long as I can achieve that, you can call me whatever you like. The rich, the powerful, the mighty, all shall be crushed under the weight of my ear. The grand design for a group of 6. Even if we manage to muster others to our side, there's a limit to what we can accomplish. Oh, good to see you're right. At present, we are bound and powerless. That is why, in order to raise our fists against our oppressors, we must find the strength to shatter our shackles. In doing so, we shall become the unbound. Like the birds soaring up above, we shall take flight and spread our wicked wings, stain the azure skies black. It's raining. It's a rainy day. But sometimes skies become treacherous with clouds, and even birds must rest. You speak of finding strength. Is that why we're here? To look for it? If so, then I pledge my aid. With newfound might at my beck and call, I shall be and win adoration known only by a hero. Your eagerness is disheartening, and you're correct. The tools to make your goal a reality lay in Tyrol. Across this continent can be found certain artifacts which possess untold power. Oh boy. Did you see artifacts? I sent an adventurous hunt for instruments of devious devilry ahead. My imagination is overflowing with images of the new forms my trickery might take. I dare say the world is not ready. Yes, well, to get to the heart of the matter, the objects are held by the disparate tribes which make their homes in Tyrol and the Tyrol continent, where they have been passed down through generations as sacred treasures. Whatever the stories these people have attached to their so-called treasures matters not. Each contain the essence of fearsome beasts called Tyrol Vidral, and with them in our possession, none shall be able to stand against us. We shall take the objects for ourselves and bring them across the sea and use them to undermine nations far and wide. That means by which you each choose to do so, I'll leave in your hands. I only ask that you do not disappoint. Uh-oh. I take there are no questions. And let the passage of the Unbound open into the world. We begin at once. They didn't order a single thing. Yeah, they did. They ordered for chaos. That's the long and short of it. What do you think? They might lack discretion, but they seem formidable nonetheless. They left to order anything villainous indeed. Of course, we had a duty to report what we heard of the Landsguard. We did, but it didn't. Oh shit! I fucking hit the touchpad by mistake again. Damn it! Not long ago, one individual from Dripice came here seeking help recovering a stolen artifact, a relic. Then came another with the same story. Then another, and so on. By the time we realized the passage of the Unbound was a real threat, they had one, and all made their way across the sea with their ill-gotten gains. Each tribe has sent one of their own to recover what was lost, but being in strange lands, they are at a disadvantage. That's why I've been looking for someone who knows every corner of Eorzea and beyond. Now, I mean, no, you business in Tyrol, or else you wouldn't be here in the first place. But if you could take time to hear Ral Majun's out, you'd be doing a service to many who could use a helping hand. Shish kebabs! I see you behind them. I see those. Looks delicious. So, the job quests don't take place in Tyrol, but across the world? I guess it's different. I was expecting them to take all around Tyrol. That's what I was expecting, but maybe it's all over the world. Greetings! Now allow me to thank you personally for lending your assistance in this matter. You've been quite desperate for someone suitable. Greetings, Ral Majun. At the risk of becoming a daily nuisance, I must ask, have there been any developments you might share? A nuisance? Why, perish the thought. You come just in time, in fact. None other than the vaunted Cecil has agreed to aid the search. Finally, a fortunate turn. So long as our sacred treasures are in wicked hands, our homes shall know no peace. Said nothing of the dangers they pose to other nations. If these thieves really do intend to stir up chaos across the seas, then you had better depart from the next ship. Before you do, it might be proper to introduce you to those who have come to you in search of aid. Lady! Lozen care comes from a village to the far north. A single warrior cannot help withstand the power of her tribe's relics, so she requires a stout protector, someone that can be leaned upon when times are darkest. So that's the tank role quest. The heirloom that Hypin must recover reflects terrible maladies upon its victims. He seeks someone who commands great healing magics to counteract its effects, so that's the healing role quest. Search for Shashpia's tribal treasure has been entrusted to Peerless Hunter. She requires someone to act as a frontline fighter who can distract her target while her bow takes deadly aim. That's the melee. Lastly, there is Sue, who knows little about her people's ancient artifact. Aside that must not fall in the wrong hands. She seeks a mage of great power, but anything beyond that lies shrouded in mystery. And that's the magical DPS. Aren't you forgetting someone, Ralja? Your crisis is just as pressing even if you won't say so yourself. Rahul Jha hails from further south than even Mamuk, and has traveled many days and nights in search of someone who might strike down their prey from afar. It's the only way to escape the effect of his village's treasure. They get that right, and so you must be the ranged DPS. Indeed, I do get so forgetful in my old age. Thank you, Ral Majun. 5 tribes, 5 stolen treasures. All are waiting for the aid of a brave soul. Hopefully that can be you, Cecila. Sure, man. At one point in time, I will. Of course, I'll share what I know of the matter. You only need to ask. And know that I will not hold it against you should you choose to assist only those for whom your talents are best suited. So long as you do what you can, the people of Thrall, and maybe even further, will be in your debt. No problem, Adams. Okay, I got my road quests. Ugh. Where are they at? Over there. That's the, okay, got her. Got this man over here. I got this dude over here. I got a little lady over there. And I got another little lady right there. So, eventually I'll do these. Not right now. I'll do those, obviously, once I actually have a job at level 100. And then, at not only level 100, but also when I've actually finished the story. So I will definitely do those when I can. Alright. Let's go wrap up this story quest, and then I'll call it for this part. Master Ropley, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Fawn has agreed to send the Potpact, yes? Well, it is a shame to lose the capable goals, but to have one of our own handpicked to serve with another promise is a great honor for watching Meki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, or regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself if you're so inclined. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Ropley. I am blessed to have these workshops to be my first home in Thule. Come back to us if the mob has cut you loose. You'll always have a job at watching Meki. I expect you'll want to leave Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What became of Fawn? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to come to Potsmore. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. Shall meet anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fawn's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, lady. Oh, deliveries. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Alright. I'm going to wrap it up for this part. When we come back, we will continue on with the story. We'll head back to Earthenshire and get our rewards. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.